Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from Red State. This is dated January 17th, and this is going to post probably a couple of days after this event took place, but this just kind of goes to show you how authoritarian and stupid the Biden administration is, and Joe Biden himself, really. The article is called Delusional Joe Biden Declares Equal Rights Amendment Ratified. Catch being he can't do that. So let's go and see what our authoritarian dictator wanted to do, and all I'll say is thank God by the time you listen to this, Trump will have been inaugurated, and hopefully things will get back to normal. It says, there is reality, and several thousand light years away, there is whatever world the Biden administration inhabits. Sorry about that. Not cutting that out. It says, the level of delusion from this administration has always been astounding, but on Friday, a new decree from the White House is so baffling, so astoundingly ignorant of the Constitution, that it had me searching the interwebs to make sure it wasn't a fake. It says it wasn't a fake. Joe Biden, or whatever Gen Z interns are running the show in the White House until Monday morning, had unilaterally declared that the Equal Rights Amendment is now the law of the land. Yeah, like it said at the title, so he can't do that. And who the hell has been running the White House this whole time? Because it certainly isn't Joe Biden. So it says, on January 27, 2020, the Commonwealth of Virginia became the 38th state to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. The American Bar Association has recognized that the Equal Rights Amendment has cleared all necessary hurdles to be formally added to the Constitution as the 28th Amendment. I agree with the ABA and with leading legal constitutional scholars that the Equal Rights Amendment has become part of our Constitution. The thing he's not mentioning to you, though, is that it needed to be ratified by sometime in 1982. So Virginia doing what they did is kind of like, you guys are just a little bit too late on that, but okay. Anyway, let's keep going. He said, it's long past time to recognize the will of the American people. It's not, by the way. It's why it didn't pass. It says, in keeping with my oath and duty to Constitution and country, which you are absolutely not doing if you think you could really get away with this, I affirm what I believe and what 3/4 of the states have ratified. The 28th Amendment is the law of the land. It's not, guaranteeing all Americans equal rights and protections under the law regardless of their sex. And it comes back and says the White House X account also presented the same decree, launching a stream of opprobrium, and that being that it got community noted, and it got community noted to hell. The community note says, I wonder if it's going to actually just say it down there. It's not. It says the Archivist of the United States, charged with officially publishing ratified amendments, has confirmed that the ERA was not ratified, and based that analysis on binding legal precedent, there is no 28th Amendment. Whoopsie. It says, note the date of Virginia's ratification. So we're going to probably go into a little bit of the history of the ERA. It says January 27th of 2020. The original congressional resolution that sent the Equal Rights Amendment to the states for ratification included a ratification deadline of 7 years. The original deadline was March of 1979. And I know there's something that had to be done by 1982, but okay. But again, long time ago. It says there was an extension passed by a simple majority, not the 2/3 majority required for constitutional amendments, and signed by President Carter. However, the president has no role in the passage and ratification of constitutional amendments, as the Supreme Court decided back in 1798. So was that 227 years ago? All right. It works for me. It says the ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment has been fought and argued over since the passage of the original resolution in 1972. It will probably be fought over for years to come, despite the fact that the amendment failed ratification, but the world has no shortage of windmills to tilt at. But this sudden 11th hour declaration by Joe Biden, or whoever is pulling his strings, is a head-scratcher. Even the interns running the White House social media accounts and press releases have to understand that this affirmation means less than nothing. The Equal Rights Amendment has not been ratified. It is not the law of the land. It remains as it was, a failed effort to amend the Constitution. Again, the President of the United States has no role in amending the Constitution. It is, as Macbeth said, a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I forgot about that quote. That is an excellent quote for this. I've seen a lot of people putting memes up of Steve Carell from The Office saying, I declare, because he did the I declare bankruptcy, I believe it was. I've only seen The Office once all the way through, and that's it. Every episode just one time. That was a long time ago. So, but you get the point that Biden's like, I declare, and like, no, you can't do that. So it says this from Article 5 of the Constitution describes the amendment process. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or, on the application of the legislatures of 2/3 of the several states shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which, in either case, shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of this Constitution when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof, as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress, provided that no amendment which may be made prior to the year 1808 shall in any manner affect the first and fourth clauses in the 9th section of the article, and that no state, without its consent, shall be deprived of its equal suffrage in the Senate. So to President Biden, or whoever came up with this ridiculous decree, I can only say this: affirm in one hand, defecate in the other, and see which hand fills up first. The President of the United States has no authority to make any such decree, and Joe Biden can affirm this until his eyes fall out and it means a grand total of nothing. This administration is leaving, as it lived, with no knowledge of the Constitution and how this republic is supposed to work, and only a tenuous connection with reality. And not only that, but there were senators, Senator Kristen Gillibrand, remember, who was in 2020 was trying to run for president, and also one of my senators, Tammy Duckworth, were putting out there saying, "Oh, look, it's the law of the land," and people were like, "No, you like." It's kind of like you want to go like, "Do you guys know how this job of yours works? Like, if you don't, then why are you there?" Oh, that's right, to get rich, probably. But there's just a lot of stupid people in our government. It's part of the reason we have the problems that we're having. Yeah. So I just wanted to put this out there and say to anybody that comes across this that is a Joe Biden supporter, he can't do the thing that he thought he could. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.